Disney's original musical classic, The Jungle Book. The timeless story of Mowgli, a boy left in the wild.
So you're the man cub. Crazy.
Baloo, the bear that raised him.
Nothing and nobody is ever gonna come between us.
And the friendship that lasted a lifetime.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. It's beautiful, ain't it? The bare necessities of life will come to you.
I like being a bear.
That's my boy.
Disney's high-flying, swinging, singing adventure. The Jungle Book.
Yeah, man.
Well, I guess it is now finally time to do the Jungle Book since I may have fallen asleep early last night. So let me hope I get this name right here. Kelly Mundania, this one is for you. So I hope this is the correct Jungle Book. All you asked for was the Jungle Book, but there are 3 versions of this. Plus, I believe there are 2 other sequels to it.
Never seen it, I'll tell you.
Oh, okay. I believe there's also a Jungle Book 2 and 3 that were also cartoons. So I'm just going to do the one from 1967, since that is the one that I know, and that's the one I've seen, and I believe we actually had this on VHS at one time. So I will review the wonderful Jungle Book, and I do have to get a buddy as well. So I will do that right after this.
I'm going to show you how McDonald's builds a Big Mac sandwich. It starts here with a lightly toasted bun, and then a pure beef hamburger, sizzling hot, a slice of cheddar blend cheese, and some crisp fresh lettuce. Then, our own secret sauce. The club slice, toasted. Another hamburger, and a little more sauce just for good flavor. Crisp dill pickles, and the sesame seed crown. This is the sandwich. McDonald's new Big Mac sandwich for the bigger than average appetite. McDonald's is your kind of place.
So I guess the Big Mac came out in 1967. I wanted to try to get a commercial around that era so that people can actually see the old commercials as well as the new movies. Or old commercials with the old movies. Sorry about that. So yes, the wonderful Big Mac here. It probably had less chemicals back then, so Liam the Plant Slant will be disappointed. He loves to promote chemical foods. So this is now the Jungle Book, and I'm sorry about the names here. I'm getting everything mixed up because a lot of the people that did the voices for the Jungle Book, and how rude. Somebody needs to go out. So So the ones that voiced the Jungle Book did a lot of other Disney movies as well. Phil Harris is to start out. He is the voice of Baloo. He was a voice in the Aristocats. Yes.
Who's Blue?
Baloo is the wonderful bear that Mowgli friends. He did not raise him. Yes.
Who's the Mowgli?
Mowgli is the boy. He is. They call him a man cub in this. So that is Mowgli. For those who do not know this, this Jungle Book story that of course was a book first. Disney of course bought the rights, and they decided to do a cartoon movie in 1967. So Baloo is voiced by Phil Harris, and like I said, he was in the Aristocats. I'm sorry, I have to go to the cheat sheet. Oh yes, Robin Hood, and also the Last Picture Show as a composer. So he did 2 other Disney movies.
Never heard of any of those.
Yeah, well, we're not going to get into how many of them I actually liked. And next we have Sebastian Cabot. I hope I got that right. Let me just see. Let me make sure that I got the correct. Okay, yes, Bagheera. Oh, the Panther. Okay, so he is the voice of Bagheera the Panther, and he was also in He was in The Sword and the Stone, The Time Machine, and Family Affair. That is what he is most known for.
Never heard of any of those.
Oh my goodness. So I have heard of The Time Machine and The Sword of the Stone. I obviously have seen that a few times. It was not in my Disney collection for good reason. Was not one of my favorites. So next, let's see here. If I had a previous button, this would be so much easier. Louis Prima, of course, was the voice of King Louis, who is sitting right next to me.
Who the heck is a King Louis?
He is well, I would say that he's an orangutan, but because this is taking place in India, they are not in India, so they had to make him a non-identified species type of ape. That's what they did. So Disney made the mistake, and they actually fixed it. But I don't know how many bear are actually in India as well. So there is that. So Louis Prima did the. Oh, so this guy was just pretty much. There we go. The Ed Sullivan Show. He did that.
Nope.
The Continental Twist.
Nope.
Hey Boy, Hey Girl.
No, absolutely not.
Senior Prom.
Nope.
And Rose of Washington Square.
Nope.
Yeah, stuff I never heard of either. So, yes, so there is that. And next, we actually do have somebody that I have heard of, and that is Sterling Holloway. He is the voice of Kaa the snake,
Nope.
and he was the voice.
Winnie the Pooh.
He was the voice of Winnie the Pooh. So I will just. So that one was nice and easy. Pat O'Malley is the
I
voice.
said first. I should know what that one is.
And J. Pat O'Malley, he is the voice of the Colonel Elephant. And
Very bossy old problem.
And he actually did, he was a voice in 101 Dalmatians as,
Rango?
no, Colonel Jasper and Mechanic.
Oh.
And he also did the voice in Alice in Wonderland as the Walrus.
So, Alice and Alice in Wonderland?
Yep, and the Adventures of Ichabod Crane.
Nope.
I really wish there was a previous button. It would be so much easier. And George Sanders is the voice of Shere Khan. And this guy did not do any Disney stuff. This guy looks like a very strict fellow. All About Eve. Oh yes, now I kind of remember. Rebecca, The Picture of Dorian Gray. And Foreign Correspondent.
No.
That's okay. I haven't heard of any of those either. And last but not least, we have Clint Howard as the elephant, and we know him from Apollo 13.
Elephants.
It just says elephant voice.
Elephants. It said in the beginning.
Yeah, I think he was just one of the other ones that didn't have a name. Well, it says right here, elephant. Okay. Oh, all right. So Clint Howard apparently is elephants. Leave it to IMDb to get a letter off. And like I said, he was in Apollo 13. I think it said that he was in American Graffiti, and we know he is the brother of Ron Howard.
Who the heck is that?
Oh my goodness. Well, Ron Howard is not in this, but he was in many stuff. Happy Days, Andy Griffith.
Nope.
Oh yes, and Clint Howard was also in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I forgot he was in that. He was in the live action one as Hubris, I'm sorry. And then he was in Solo, A Star Wars Story. I am so sorry he was in that. And then he was also in Ice Cream Man and Terrifier 3 as Smokey. So that is Clint Howard.
No, yes, no.
And now the story for the Jungle Book. I forgot what the top movie was in 1967. We looked it up yesterday. Ah, The Graduate. How did we forget that?
We didn't. You did.
So I guess moving on, The Graduate was the top movie of 1967. You Only Live Twice, a James Bond movie, came out that year as well. So there were a lot of good movies in 1967. So the story of the Jungle Book is quite simple. Um, Somebody, for whatever reason, they just put Mowgli in a basket, left him in the jungle of all places. And Bagheera, a very kind panther, apparently. I guess a little baby wasn't on the menu. So apparently he takes Mowgli and he gives them to wolves. The one wolf warms up to him right away, but then it was up to the alpha male to really accept Mowgli, and surprisingly enough, he did. So he is raised by wolves. Shere Khan, the nasty tiger, has moved back into that part of the jungle, and he wants to kill Mowgli for whatever reason. To Shere Khan the tiger, Mowgli would be nothing more than than an appetizer. He would not be a full meal. That's like me getting conch fritters for a whole entire meal for the whole for like a month. So I don't understand Shere Khan's logic for this, but that is the story. So now they want to move Mowgli to the man village. So Bagheera decides to take him, and it's quite interesting along the way. They run into a python. Bagheera's asleep at the wheel. The python almost swallows Mowgli. I was cheering for the snake anyway. But so then Bagheera does wake up, and the snake then goes after Bagheera. Mowgli kind of takes the snake and then puts him down the tree. And so then everything's fine. They run into elephants. This is how Mowgli meets Baloo. He also meets King Louie. So it is just a very cool adventure. So I will just get into it and show the first clip in just a second.
Known how deeply I was to be involved, I would have obeyed my first impulse and walked away. This man cub would have to have nourishment, and soon.
So here's the opening clip here with the wonderful Bagheera. And he obviously does see the man cub, and he is going to take them to a family of wolves. So I will show.
There's only one.
He is taking him to a family of wolves. So I will now show that clip in just a second.
I knew there'd be no problem with the mother, thanks to the maternal instinct, but
So Bagheera here has dropped the man cub off with the family of wolves that just went in their little cave, and nobody is coming out to check on this wonderful basket. I don't think it was left by the Easter Bunny. So Bagheera does tap the basket, wakes the waking baby up, it cries, and the family of wolves comes out, and the mother has already warmed up to it and wants to take it in, but it's up to Ramen, the alpha wolf, to accept him. And luckily enough, he does. He doesn't eat him for lunch. So now he is going to be raised by these wolves, not Baloo. So now I will show the wonderful meeting that the wolves are having, because Shere Khan, the so-called villain in this movie, the stupid tiger, is wanting to kill Mowgli, and again, why? So I will show that clip in just a second. Well, this is the wonderful meeting here, and every parent loves this. So I have a sleeping guest with me. Skipper is back on the couch in his normal position. So now the wolves now are they're aware that Shere Khan, the wonderful tiger, is back in that part of the jungle, and he wants to kill Mowgli. So they have to talk to, I believe, the alpha. I called him Ramen. I think his name is Rama. So I'm just going to call him Ramen anyways. So good old Ramen Noodle over there is just sitting there, and he's called over, and he says that he doesn't want to give Mowgli up because he is like one of his own. So it is kind of a sad situation, and Mowgli certainly does not want to go to a man village for whatever reason. He really likes the wolves. I guess I don't blame him. So so now Bagheera is going to try to get him to a man village. So I will show the interesting clip. Mowgli has a very interesting first night. So I will show that clip in just a second. Winnie the Pooh is making an appearance. So I will show that in just a second.
Go to sleep, please go to sleep. Sleep, little man cub, rest in peace. Sleep, sleep. In the morning.
No, yes, he will. Car! Hold it, car!
Oh, my sinus.
This whole part here with the snake was actually really cool. So
So funny.
well, that's, yeah, it is actually kind of what I meant. It was very, very amusing. And I didn't realize that this part was in this fast in the movie. I remember this being sort of towards the end. Boy, was I wrong. So I didn't realize that Kaa had his mouth open either until I until I watched this. So Mowgli was almost he was almost eaten pretty quick here. So and this was him wanting to stay in the jungle. And the first night he was almost pretty much going to be snake food in a matter of minutes. So. Or seconds for that matter. Um, so, I mean, really what snakes do is they squeeze you to death, then they eat you, and they don't hypnotize you like that either. It's a totally much more painful experience. So, so then,
How did you know? Did you get eaten by a snake?
no, but I watch all those snake specials. I have a great idea of how they eat their prey. You don't have a lot of time. So so he's about to devour him. Bagheera jumps in, and then the snake goes after Bagheera, and for some reason Bagheera runs away when he has claws that can
He
take
got
that.
hypnotized, not ran away.
Yeah, but he kind of tried to avoid him more than anything else. I think he could have easily taken the snake, just the way his head was. Bagheera would have devoured him. Because now I'm not saying pythons can easily take down panthers, but but if the panther sees them, they definitely have the advantage, especially if the head is right there. So Bagheera then does get hypnotized, and then Mowgli, of course, takes the snake and unravels him, and then puts his tail off the tree, and then the snake falls down, and then he gets caught in some grass, and then Mowgli laughs and says he has a knot in his tail, and it gets pretty amusing past that point. But because this is Disney, yeah, we can't have the clips go more than 6 seconds. I still want to know.
We have done this whole time.
Well, we also did it with The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and didn't have any issues. And 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the same thing. But yet some other movies seem to get blocked. Dangerous Minds. So now Mowgli has found a herd of elephants here. So he's going to try to fit in with them. So I will show that clip in just a second. So the wonderful fake colonel here, I want to know how he got his rank, wanted nothing to do with Mowgli. So then Mowgli does stick up for himself, and he says, "It's not your jungle." And then Bagheera, he jumps right in, and then afterwards, I believe he does scold him, and him and Mowgli have a little bit of a disagreement, and Bagheera ends up in the water and hits his head on a log, and that's when he says that he's had it. Mowgli's on his own, just for a little while. He meets his newfound friend, and we will meet him in just a second.
Do. Yes, it's a dooby-dee-doo. I mean a dooby-dooby, dooby-dooby, dooby-dee-doo. And with... Well, now... What have we here? Hey, what a funny little bit of a... Oh!
Go away.
So I don't remember him slapping Baloo in the face. So I guess it took him a little
Is it
while.
Baloo or Baloo?
Baloo.
Baloo.
Yes, Baloo.
So not Blue. Okay.
So I guess he does slap him in the face. So Baloo has to earn the respect of Mowgli. So yeah, yeah. That's how it works. So they do end up becoming friends. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Yeah, you're getting it, kid.
Oh no! It's Baloo! That's me.
Keep moving, keep. Yeah, you're getting it, kid. Come on, that's it. He's a dandy.
So this is Baloo here giving a little fighting lesson, and then he accidentally knocks Mowgli, and his head hits a log there. So Mowgli's already at. So now he's at concussion number 1 at a very early age. You can thank Baloo for that. So Bagheera does say, now how is he going to remember his lesson after you pretty much knocked the bejeebers out of him? And Baloo said, don't worry about it. And Mowgli gets up and walks it off. And now Mowgli's going to become annoyed because the monkeys want to get involved with Baloo's little lesson in the bare necessities. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Here he comes! Whoa! Catch me!
Bagheera!
So these are monkeys because they do have tails. So they do capture Mowgli here, and good old Baloo. Oh yeah, we got a question.
Why is the orangutan the king if the monkeys are a monkey? Why are they first the king, not a monkey?
Well, this is a new species of ape, but it's a good question. You'll have to ask Disney for this one, and you'll also have to read the book. Maybe there's an explanation in there. So
Why don't you just tell me?
well, I don't know the answer to that. Now, maybe the animators forgot to. Maybe they erased the tail. So but we will meet King Louie in just a second. Somebody expected him to be ginormous. He's not. He's got his little toilet chair all ready to go for Mowgli, and he's leaving banana peels all over the place, so he's also a slob. So now I will show the wonderful King Louie Anderson in just a second.
So you're the man cub. Crazy.
I'm not as crazy as you are. Put me down! You cut that out!
Cool it, boy. Unwind yourself. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
So here's the wonderful king here, and there's just banana peels all over the place. And so now he's off his toilet chair, and then he wants something from Mowgli. He wants the secret of the man village, or man cub for that matter. So then he tries to con him into something. Bagheera picks up on it, and Baloo is just sort of dancing along there. So eventually, what happens is King Louie's wonderful house that he has comes crumbling down. It was probably built by Bob Vila. So
Or by a chef.
no. I wouldn't go over there. So now, since that is now ruined, Mowgli goes back with Bagheera and Baloo, and he didn't really learn anything. He had a great time, even though he got captured by monkeys and was talking to a stinky ape. He still had a fun time dancing around, even though he was pretty much captured. So now he's with Baloo and Bagheera, and Baloo is going to take him back to the man village, and Mowgli throws a fit as usual, and he runs off, and now we get to see Disney's most boring villain. So I will show that clip in just a second. So here's wonderful Shere Khan, and this is probably Disney's most boring villain that they picked out. So this is the tiger, but yes, he did try to kill Bambi, and he failed because the elephants came by with their Rosie O'Donnell stompage, and obviously it scared away the deer. So now Mowgli is out in the jungle by himself. Bagheera tries to warn the elephants about this, and Mowgli runs into a familiar friend. So I will show you who that is in just a second.
You don't want me to look at you? Then you look at me.
No, sir. I know what you're trying to do, Ka.
You do? I mean, you don't trust me.
No.
Then there's nothing I can do to help.
So here's another funny scene here with Ka the snake. So he does try to
I thought Cod was a fish.
Ka.
Oh.
There's no da. so Ka is trying to get Mowgli for another snack. Shere Khan comes down and interrupts stuff. Mowgli comes out of his trance and once again knocks him off the tree. And then Mowgli starts to talk to him again and confront him. And then the snake goes after him, and he has another knot in his tail. So he once again turns into an accordion. So Ka is not. I think he should just stop going after Mowgli. So now Mowgli is talking to some vultures. So this should be an interesting conversation. So I will show that clip in just a second.
You know how you feel.
Nobody wants us around either.
We may look a bit shabby, but we've got hearts.
And feelings too.
And just to prove it to you, we're gonna let you join our little group.
Kid, we'd like to make you an honorary vulture.
Thanks, but I'd rather be on my own alone.
Oh, now look, kid.
So here's the little vultures here, and of course they like Mowgli. They eat dead things, so of course they're gonna, of course, turn them over to Shere Khan. I mean, what a deal! They get a meal for sure, because they always have to kind of fly over and see anything dead. So that's the only way that they eat.
Now they told him to run.
Well, I think
We didn't
eventually
get that far yet.
we didn't get that far yet. So, so now we're going to see what happens here. Mowgli will meet Shere Khan, and let's just see what happens.
And thank you for detaining my victim.
Don't mention it. Your Highness.
Boo!
Let's get out of here.
Get me wrong, gangway! Run, friend, run!
Run? Why should I run?
Why should you run?
I know you all right. You're Shere Khan.
Precisely. Then you should also know that everyone runs from Shere Khan.
So this is Mowgli with Shere Khan. So everybody seems to gang up on Shere Khan. The vultures go after him. Baloo does, and let's just say Shere Khan kind of tears Baloo up a little bit. He uses those claws to good use. But I am not going to tell you what happens at the end here. Does Baloo die? Does Shere Khan die? Or does Disney just realize that they are just bored to death with this villain and they fall asleep during the animation? So this was a very interesting ending to this movie here. So now to do the wonderful review on the Jungle Book. Oh my goodness, you are so harsh. So how did you like it?
I've seen better.
Okay. So the wonderful Jungle Book here. This definitely gave me some laughs. Is there better than the Jungle Book? Yeah, there is. Is this a horrible movie? No, I would probably give this more of a B- rating. It was really amusing. I got a lot of laughs out of this. It's like I said, I put this in front of Sword in the Stone, Robin Hood, the Aristocats.
How does this compare to George in the Jungle?
This the George of the Jungle was just a Saturday morning cartoon, so
That is a movie.
it's okay. Well, that was a live action movie with Brendan Fraser.
Okay, that's not my question. It's pretty much the same thing, yeah.
Similar, but not really. Mowgli is more intelligent than Brendan Fraser's character in George of the Jungle. The ape was definitely the brains in that movie. The talking ape. Mowgli is more of I don't know. He could just seem to adapt to anything. I don't know. It is similar, but there's a couple differences here. He's learning how to survive with different animals, and he's got somebody watching out for. Actually, a couple animals watching out for him. So, no, there's definitely some differences there. And then there's also a slight love interest with Leslie Mann. So it is kind of a different type of movie. Now, the live action Jungle Book, I don't know. That could be similar to George of the Jungle, but I don't really know. I haven't seen that one. So, so this is the Jungle Book. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I'm going to recommend it because it is better than other Disney movies. It's better than Pocahontas. It's better than The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's probably better than Tarzan. It probably is. I don't know because I haven't seen it. Like I said, Sword of the Stone, Robin Hood, Aristocats. I'm trying to. Alice in Wonderland was okay. The voice of Kaa the Snake was also the voice of the cat in Alice in Wonderland. I just found that out. And he was also the voice of the stork in Dumbo. I think I did like Dumbo a little bit better. But this is. I guess I wasn't a huge Disney cartoon fan, so that's why this one might be a little bit higher on my list. But it is one that I'm going to recommend. Somebody I know gave it a thumbs down, but but this was an enjoyable one. This was a fun video to do. So please comment below. What is your favorite Disney animated movie? I guess that's why I'm not comparing it to George of the Jungle. That was a live action. So yeah, so I would like to know what your favorite cartoon Disney movie is. So please comment, subscribe if you want, and thank you very much for watching.